Christine McGuinness was diagnosed with autism in 2021, a diagnosis her 3 children also have. She's taken those experiences and created something very special. Here to tell us more, Christine McGuinness. Hi, Christine.
So nervous.
Why? You've been here a million times.
I know, and this is like the most comfortable place for me on telly is behind this desk with you lot, but it's just been so long. I'm nervous.
We've missed you.
I've missed you.
Can I say, and I know this is superficial, but you look wowzer.
You really do. She puts the work in as well. I love watching all your gym workouts and everything.
I love your video. Your
The complete opposite. No, but you're looking amazing everywhere, strutting your stuff on the red carpets as well.
Thank you. I'm trying to just keep going, enjoy life. I'm so grateful for everything and just being here today. Obviously, we're here to talk about the children's book that I've written, but I'm blessed in so many ways.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a crazy year, but I've had so many positives, and this is just one of them. And being back here as well it's amazing. I'm so lucky.
It's so lovely to have you. Well, listen, let's talk about this amazing book, Amazing Me, Amazing You. Now, this is a children's book, as you say, and a labour of love from your point of view, isn't it? Tell us a bit more about it.
It's something that I'm passionate about. Obviously, I've got 3 autistic children. I'm autistic myself. And I wanted to spend last year doing something special, important, personal. I want to educate, I want to help people understand. And I thought, why not put pen to paper? I've always written, I've always journaled. And I wanted to do something that would help other children understand, children like mine. I had a lot of parents asking me, how do we introduce our children to autistic children? You know, what would you like us to say? And I couldn't think of anything, so I thought, let's put it all in a book. This is a really child-friendly way for other children to learn about autistic children and for autistic children to feel included, to feel represented.
So what makes it different then?
The characters are all autistic.
Right.
It's written in really short sentences, nice, happy, positive quotes, and it's kind of left open for the children to ask adults questions and to ask whoever's reading it, the mums, the dads, the carers, to ask, you know, why is this character wearing ear defenders? Why does this character not want to eat spaghetti because it's too wet? Why would the child have a problem with that? And then hopefully the parents or the adults reading the book will explain that some children have sensory issues, some children are more, you know, they're autistic, they might have ADHD, they might be dyspraxic. Everyone is different. And that's absolutely fine, and include them and just make them feel involved.
How have things changed, though, since you got your diagnosis with your children?
It's so much...
You took a long time to get your diagnosis,
Yeah, it did. Well, yeah, I was 32, 33 when I got diagnosed, and I always knew there was something. I always felt different. But it's been amazing. It's been really positive. It was a huge relief for me because I genuinely thought I was mad. And I didn't realise why I would overthink so much, why I am oversensitive and I only eat beige food and I have lots of little challenges that my children do, but I didn't know exactly why, and obviously it all makes sense now. So to actually know the reasons why, it's been a huge positive for me. And when I was talking to my children about them being autistic, I was able to say, you know, it's fine, Mummy's autistic too. Yeah, definitely. And for them to know that, you know, Mummy goes to work, Mummy drives the car, Mummy is trying to make friends. I'm still not great at it, but I'm trying. Socialising is something I struggle with.
I just want to say, when we did Full Monty together, you say about children understanding other children. I think it's important for adults as well, because until you kept that to yourself, and we were doing this amazing big thing where you've just thrown into a group of people you didn't know, and it was important. I think I saw a change in you when you finally were able to admit and come out and say, actually, I'm autistic and this is why this and this is why that. So it's really important to have those conversations.
I remember that so well, that time. It was the first time I had to go and spend time with adults that I didn't really know. And I walked into this room and I see Brenda stood there and I was like, oh, God, I can't go here. Who do I talk to? And it just felt really awkward. And by the end of it, we were all so close. And that was when I'd just started talking about me being autistic as well. And I tried to not say anything because I didn't want anyone to treat me differently or speak to me any different, and I didn't want to be pampered. I just wanted to get on with it. But by day 3 of everybody eating together in that room, and I couldn't, and I'd be stood there going, oh, I can't go in there, then I just felt like I needed to explain. And
what did you learn from that then, Brenda?
Well, I just, you can't judge a book by the cover, because I looked at, Christine's beautiful, and, you know, it was about taking off for cancer and everything, and all we were looking at her thinking, God, you're stunning, you're gorgeous, you should have no problem with doing that. And that was the last thing that she wanted to do on her mind in front of any of us. It was just...
Do you remember when they asked me to dance?
I know,
and I had the biggest meltdown.
You did. And we were all like, we just didn't understand it, because we just thought she's beautiful, she's gorgeous inside and out, and it was a big realisation for me to just, you know, take that time to talk to somebody and understand and have that time and not be so loud.
She was so loud. Impossible. So has that changed that for you now? Would you, whereas then you didn't really want to say anything, would you always say something now? Would you
it's
advise
helped me
that?
so much, yes. Yeah. So now on job, so after doing the Real Full Monty, I went on to do the games. So by this point, I was so open and confident about talking about being autistic that I actually started that job on day 1 saying, listen, everyone, I'm not being rude. I think you're all amazing, but I'm not going to eat with you all because I like to eat on my own, and I'm probably not going to eat what you lot are eating because it's all multicoloured, and I just like plain beige dry food. And
that must be so wonderful after a lifetime of hiding what made you feel safe and comfortable, and to be able to just say, there's no shame on this. This is what works for me. Yeah.
And to ask for time out when I need it if things are too much. Yeah. And now I don't feel rude or difficult by just saying, I need 10 minutes on my own, is that OK? And everyone kind of goes, yeah, of course.
And your children, because I think the last time we saw you, I might have got this wrong, your children weren't verbal, and now they are.
They are,
Is that from going to school? Or any special
Well, reading stories, again, because just going back to the book, reading stories is something that I always done before they were verbal. I think pictures were just so amazing for them. They could recognise things, and I tried to include that in the book. I tried to always make pictures that were their personal items, so it could be their personal water bottle or, you know, their favourite plate. I would take a picture of that, I'd leave it on the table, and when they couldn't ask me for what they wanted, I would take them to go and point at the pictures. Yeah. And that became a way of communicating for us before they were verbal.
And then that moved into... Because I have a friend who has a young child who's having the same
visuals are amazing,
And so they were non-verbal till 4 or 5?
So when they were 4, so they started school, the twins started school, and all they could say was, Mummy, Daddy, please and thank you. And that was
so this is incredible. This is
now
incredible.
They don't shut up. But no, they're doing absolutely amazing, and I read the book with them and they told me I was cool. I don't think I've ever been called cool, ever. So I'll take that. Like,
and from your kids, that's huge.
That is good, that is good. Well, listen, Chrissy, it's always lovely to have you here, so thank you so much for coming. And, of course, it's World Book Day. What a fantastic day to publish a book. Amazing Me, Amazing You. Chrissy McGuinness, everyone.
Thank you so much.